Hi, this is Tony Papajohn from MoneyMindWorks.com. When I coach people, a lot of times I'll just start with a really simple question. What do you want? And I'll ask somebody, what do you want? And say, answer any way that you want to answer. And often enough, I'll get something like, I want to be rich, I want to have a lot of money, I want to be successful, something like that. It's easy enough to understand, is it not? Of course it is. And then what one wants to do in such a case is to say, well, what does rich mean to you? What does success mean to you? When you say, I want to have a lot of money, about how much money would that be? What does a lot of money mean to you? Understanding and realizing that you can redefine any of those terms anytime you wish. And it's no big deal. It's a good thing because this is an evolving, growing sort of an enterprise, setting a goal, having an objective, and going for that objective. Sometimes people will say, well, you know, I want this, or I want that, or I want the other thing. And I get the sense from the emotional voltage that is lacking that they're not completely certain exactly what they want. So here is a really simple way to determine if what you say you want is really what you want. Very simple. So let's say that you want a certain kind of lifestyle. So take a deep breath. That's right. Very easily done. Take a deep breath. Elevate your gaze as if looking at an imaginary point just above a distant horizon. That's right. What this does is activate your imagination. And then let your mind make a movie of the lifestyle that you want to lead. Let your mind present you with a mental movie, and in the theater of your mind, that you can see with your mind's eye this wonderful thing that you want to experience, whatever this lifestyle would be. What kind of vacations, what kind of car you drive, where you live, the kind of circumstances in which you live, any details that seem appropriate. Make a movie of the way you want your life to be. And then play that movie a time or two or three in your mind's eye whenever you have a spare moment. So you just elevate your gaze slightly and then let this movie, and let scenes from this movie play right in your own theater of your mind. Perhaps you will notice that certain of the scenes resonate more than others. Perhaps you will notice that some of the scenes seem to have more of a draw. They call to you more so than other scenes in this movie. And as time goes along, perhaps you notice that some scenes seem to drop out of this movie. They're not even there anymore. And perhaps they get replaced by new scenes that you hadn't thought of before. When you have an image that turns into a movie, that generates emotional voltage and commands your attention, as if you sit up and take notice and say, yeah, that's what I want. And it's a picture that kind of won't go away. It's a movie that's compelling. It commands your attention, and it makes you say, yeah, makes you sit up and take notice. That's the way I want my life to be. Now you know what you want. From that point forward, then you've read perhaps many traditional goal-seeking books that will say, well, I want a lot of money. Well, you have a mental movie now that you can refer back to, and you can say, well, yeah, this is the way I want this to be, and this to be, and this, so on and so forth. And you can get an idea of about how much money it's going to take to make that dream a reality. And you have an effective starting point from any goal-setting exercise that you may do, because now you know what you want. You know it mentally and you know it emotionally. And that's the most important point, because it's in the unconscious, in the seat of emotion, with which we generate enthusiasm and generate excitement and generate an air of expectancy. And the only way that you can do that is if you really know what you want. And the way you do that is make a mental movie Let the scenes arrange themselves in such a way that, yeah, the whole thing seems right to you. As if, yeah, that's the way I want it. And from that point, you can set a goal effectively and begin to make your dreams a reality. My name is Tony Papajohn. Visit me online at moneymindworks.com. I have a free 9-part video series and 2 other cool bonuses. And my blog is yourmoneymindworks.com. Visit me. There's free teleseminars listed there. And in the meantime, find what you want and go for it. And as you know what you want, wonderful things will happen, because then all the resources, all the people, all the experiences, all the ideas, everything you need will gravitate to that wonderful movie that you made, because now you know what you want.